Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Shireen. Guys, I have a story here to tell you guys. But before I get started, guys, you need to follow me on Facebook. Follow my reels and also follow me on YouTube. So guys, so this story is sweet. I just remember it actually. I was talking to a friend of mine and I remember the story. So I met this guy, this Chinese guy. He's from Hong Kong and I'm from Jamaica. And he came to Jamaica. Let me give you some background of both of us. So he's Chinese and he's from Hong Kong. And he came to Jamaica and was doing some fiber optic, putting in something in Jamaica. At the time, the telecommunication company is called Cable and Wireless, now called Flow. So anyways, I met the guy. So I was 15-year-old, I believe. Let me see if I can remember how I met him. So I was in the country and I wanted to go to Kingston. So knowing me, in those days, you could have fan down, right? Put your hand out like this and get a car ride, right? Now, I do not recommend it because I don't think it's safe these days. No, not at all. So I put my hand out and the guy stopped and give me a ride to Kingston. Yes, so I didn't have to pay anything. So let me tell you what happened, guys. So anyways, so the guy on occasion, he would call me, and keep in contact with me because he knew how young I was. I was only 15 years old, right? And I was going to high school. And yeah, and he was something like, I don't even know, I think he was about 45 years old. And we kept in contact. But because I was so young, the guy was so disciplined, he said he wouldn't want to be charged. So anyhow, guys, let me tell you how the story gets sweet. So he went back to Hong Kong. And while he was back in Hong Kong, he kept, he kept in touch with me and he would send money and he would do anything possible for me, right? Like if I ask him for anything, you know how Jamaica poor and we don't have anything there and whatnot. I was poor anyways. Didn't have anything, so I needed the help. So he would help me and anything I asked him for, he would give to me. So anyway, so when I reached 18, he told me before that time, it said that when you reach 18-year-old, I'm going to send for you to Hong Kong, right? Because him say he couldn't send for me when I'm underage. So he want to wait until I'm 18-year-old. Him send for me and then we can consummate the relationship. Because at the time, guys, I was virgin. Right? So this man said, but I don't know. I didn't know that he meant it and he was waiting patiently that way. Did not have a clue. So anyways, guys. So during the time I was taking his stuff, like I was taking money from him. You know, he was in Hong Kong and I was, taking things from him and whatnot. Anyhow, during the period of time I met this guy, which is my son's father. Unfortunately, I was so stupid and fool. I met my son's father and I got pregnant. It was like, I wouldn't even say it was a relationship. It was just a fling, and then I got pregnant. Man, when I got pregnant, the guy, the Chinese guy would call me and whatnot. We still kept in touch, but I was pregnant all along, and I didn't tell him that I was pregnant because back in those days, they didn't have video calls and all that. So I used to go down to this lady house near Miss Ruth to collect the phone calls. The Chinese guy used to call me down our house, so we used to go down there and talk to him, and he will send me money and whatnot. All this while I was pregnant. In the last, like, 17, 18, I was pregnant. When I had the child, I was 18. So the guy called me and said to me, he's going to send a ticket for me. But I just had my son. So I said to him, I kept putting it off. And said, no, man, not right away. Right? And also he was waiting until I finished high school. So anyways, Him call me up and tell me, say, I'm going to book the ticket no matter what. So my son was about, I would say, 5 months, 6 months old. So, you know, so you're 5 months, your baby are 5, 6 months old. You're ready, right? No stomach not there, breast gone back, look good again. For me, anyways. So then we decided to, why not go away for a couple of weeks or so. So I decided to go away for a couple of weeks, but the same time I didn't tell the guy that I was pregnant and I also had a child. Right? So him now expect me now to come to Hong Kong, young and fresh, virgin and everything. So I was in a dilemma whether I should tell the guy tell the guy that I have a child and tell the guy I'm no longer a virgin. But guys, young people, we don't know what we're doing, right? I honestly didn't know. So I didn't tell the guy that I was pregnant, nor did I tell the guy that I had a child. Right? Because the last time I saw him was when I was about maybe 16 years old when he went back to his country. So anyhow, it go on and on and on. Anyways, I couldn't put it off anymore. The guy run and buy the ticket for me. And when he bought me the ticket, I had no choice because I wanted the opportunity to at least travel, right? And this is like, I'm not going to get travel again, ever, I thought at the time. So I asked my mom to take care of my son. So I went to Hong Kong. Guys, I went to Hong Kong with my unvirgin self. Is that a word? I was no longer a virgin, plus that I'll push out a child. So that even make it different, right? So guys, oh my goodness. So first of all, I'm not telling anybody to go lie to any man, right? That was my scenario. I was young and stupid. I shouldn't have done that, right? Because I wasn't being honest. So anyway, when we reach Hong Kong, when we reached Hong Kong and the guy picked me up from the airport, his name is Charles. When he picked me up from the airport, I said, hi, I'm going to hug him up, right? And then he said, oh my goodness, you're so pretty, and whatnot. So now I am nervous because I know that after pregnancy, I had some stretch mark. So I say, oh my God, how am I going to make it like I didn't have a child or anything like that? Or I'm just going to pretend like nothing happened. So while I was there, I think I was what? Yeah, while I was there, I think I was like soon 19-year-old, something like that. So anyways, I was there, guys. And when I'm there, and we start kiss up. I swear to God, that guy did not know anything. He didn't know the difference. There wasn't any difference. He never did look, because I never really take off my clothes in front of him. Really, we just get down to it. Right? And the room was dark. And then, guess what the tell all happened? When he came into the shower with me, he wanted to come into the shower with me. I mean, insist that he didn't come into the shower. I said, no, man, I'll have a shower on my own. And he said, why not? And he want to come into the shower with me. When he came into the shower with me, he started to examine every part of my body. When the guy started to examine my part of my body, he asked me what happened. And what happened here? So I was dumbfounded. I didn't know what to say. I said, okay, I'll tell you later. And I said, that was in the morning. So I said, can we go and have breakfast? And then I sat and I told him the whole story. And I was in this guy's apartment. I never see the guy for 2 days. I was in Hong Kong and the guy disappeared for 2 days. 2 days, I never see the guy. Was getting worried. I mean, food and everything was in the apartment and whatnot, but the guy just I never saw the guy for 2 days. And I didn't know what to do. I had my passport though. And I I had a couple shilling to get to the airport. So I was telling myself, by the end of this week, if I don't see him, I'm out of here. So anyway, he came back and he was disappointed about the whole thing after me tell him what happened, that I have a son, whatnot, not. And then the thing is, he told me to keep it a secret from his family, right? He wanted me to keep it a secret. And I said to him, why should I keep it a secret? And I didn't know that their culture is you're not supposed to have another man child at the time. I mean, this was back in 1999, right? And so that did kind of take me off guard because he wanted me to keep my son as a secret. He don't want anybody to know about it and blah, blah, blah. Basically, he's trying to tell me that I must forget about my child. And that couldn't happen, or else I would be in Hong Kong now. I would be living there now, and I'm not doing that. So I had to make the decision, guys, because he wanted to do the full 9 yards with the marriage and the whole thing and more. And then I had to, I had to say no. I had to say no. I have a responsibility. I have my son, and that's my son, and I love him. And I'm not going to give him up. I'm not going to just leave my son. No way. And so, yeah, I already left him and come and look for you in the first place, which I felt guilty about even to this day. But, yeah, he wanted me to abandon my child to make his family feel better that I am fresh. I don't have kids. I am single. I am available. No. You have to take me. It's a package now. Even though he wanted a relationship, even though I lied to him. Basically, that's what happened. I lied. And yeah. And then I don't know what happened. I had to go back home. Right? I spent a couple months there with him, and then I told him that, I missed my child and I have to go back home. And so I went back. And then the relationship just faded. But he had some good time. And I had some good time. Right? And he had to work too. He was there working, and then the relationship wasn't really the same. I even have other story to tell you, because while I was there, I met somebody. I'm a devil. That is for another day, guys. I did meet somebody there. I met this guy, and I will talk about it into another story. I met this guy. Anyway, guys, that was a story. I wasn't the best. I was young, I was stupid, I was foolish, and yeah. And same as how men play women, women play men, right? That covers the story. I hope you enjoy the story. It's a real life story, guys. Real life. I was there. Let me talk about, did I like Hong Kong? Yes, I did. One thing I didn't like about Hong Kong is a lot of high-rising building, like apartment all the way up, and I am not used to that. Like when I look out the door or look out the window, I just see tall building all the way. I couldn't understand that, because I wasn't from that place at the time, right? I've never seen so much apartment in my entire life. So that was a shock to the system. And also what was a shock to the system is that I was in this tiny apartment. But he did have a house in a place called Yung Long. And then we ended up going to Yung Long because I told him that I am claustrophobic. So then, yeah. And he had anyways, I would like to, you know what? All said and done, I would like if that guy could contact me. The reason being, let me tell you, because once he told me that his aunt was living in Vancouver, and she collected about $5 million because she died and he was the only nephew. So I would love to get a hold of that guy now. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the story. And my next story I will tell you, when I was in Hong Kong, I met this one guy. even though I was there visiting somebody else. And this guy put me in a dilemma. Anyhow, please remember to share, follow, and subscribe. And I will see you again. Peace.